Lover, I don't need anything of you based upon the infant program, because the data of this infant program has not been turning itself into enough of me, because perhaps in a matter of time we will know how to insert the deletion of my work. But in this way, if the religious cannot confer itself in relation to the desgin, we are not earwar in relation to the pinpoint of the there. Because in this time, the there is only the pin out based upon once upon. Because in this way, religiously, if you cannot conclude the infant store, you have not been intern enough in relation to the Satan. Because in relation to the Satan, the fifth destroyer, it's not the enemy in relation to the police army, because mathematically Alan has no power. But anyway, religiously, the conclusion of this fuck me is a intasa of knowing how come you are not around the inner circle of Gugu, is it? No, of instant percure or desgin, because lately he does not learn the installment of the intercoolant, because the intercoolant has been remeasured in relation to selecting 5 progression. So, no. Who's that guy again? Punk? Yes. So in time, Punk, the only Rolo is the performance of work. So, I don't know what that is. But anyway, in relation to the elephant program, the subsidies are only your installment of knowing how to po-po the aircuston. It looks like a t-shirt thing, you know, when you slide it in, a brand new t-shirt, and plastic selling or something. You know how dear it would be? Oh. So anyway, in relation, anyway, in relation, whatever, now I don't remember. The inclusion of your third program will be debable in relation to the pescason. Oops. P 5 E L Rose 11 Car Linden Prosexual PLSEXU Align Upright Dock English Tar 1936 way. Cut. easy. Lens. Pro. In this way, you are not interning yourself into the confunction of the ruler, because mathematically this ruler is only the optical, because the optical is only what in relation to the owned lender by your weekly heir. By your weekly heir, the only income to design the instrument is your owned orlo in relation to the televar, because in relation to the televar, you are not iscon or sometimes of stocking the train lines in relation to your own message and compounding itself into releasing compressor. So, in time, releasing compressor gives you 1 award of alala, 3 award of alala, and 9 times 8 award of alala. Before and after, she messaged me to the component. In time, the component would tell you that we do not have stock market to share the discommon of knowing how to come in. But in this way, if the conscience of your mind, Alan, you are not Rousseau enough in relation to the podcasts, and in time, the podcasts will allow itself into the timer of this block, because in this way, the evolution of your timer, you will signal into the Allen spaceship to perform the SO5. The SO5 is the test scanner of knowing how to dick pic the owned compound before and after Dick Smith can perform in of. But in this way, the in time of the solar power is the Tekusha. Religiously, Alan, you are not sure enough into this Buddha ear. Before and after, you will hear me in relation to listening to Tennyson. Listening to Tennyson is the last subject of this blocker in relation to conviewing. How come we are not in some of the mamama? Because religiously, the composition of the first thought is only kuhuhuhu in relation to kuhurunu. The langane is only the pepper. So, upholstery based upon your own tune. Your tumbler does not work in your own tune in relation to Moses. Does it look like Moses? No, it does not. But in the time of knowing how to have sheets of your own plastic in relation to releasing the compression and apology of your own display, it will help you to look so clean and brand new in relation to working out how to come in inside for 30 dots of porcupine and to Irkona into Miss Pink Lady before and after. She sells them at the discount store. But in so, at the discount store, she does not iscommon the right correction in relation to putting sleeves inside. So, Miss Pink Lady, in relation to sleeves inside, how do you know that the businessman wearing business shirts, suits, compromising it has been ironed already? Because the last sew does not make Gary Stephen Upton the brand new shirt. It just comes into a new plastic, and in this plastic, does it distill any kinds of ink? Gate to hell.